Hello, everyone. It seems as if they have gone to carry Boris Johnson to come and tell us that there's security in Nigeria. You have former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson claims he is perfectly safe in Nigeria. Johnson, who delivered the keynote address at the Imo State Economic Summit 2025 in Owerri, said he was not deterred by warnings about Nigeria's security situation before embarking on the trip. Um, he claimed that he felt perfectly safe during his visit to Nigeria, pushing back against negative security reports and global concerns over rising violence in the country. Johnson, who delivered the keynote address at the Imo State Economic Summit 2025 in Owerri, said he was not deterred by warnings about Nigeria's security situation before embarking on the trip. Just to add also that the next thing you're going to be seeing now when what's his name again, Hope Uzodinma will now be calculating his achievement in office, bringing Boris Johnson to Owerri will now be counted as an achievement, because those are the things that a lot of these rulers who focus on politicking rather than governance, would always that for them is what they call achievement, and stuff like that. The other thing for me is the fact that Boris Johnson has to come in and talk about security and raise security. Now that tells you everything that you need to know about the security or insecurity. Because if everything was okay, then it will be the norm. Nobody's going to say that, oh, because I came and I didn't hear pa 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 po 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 quick quick quick, then that means everything is okay. Because pa 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 po 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 quick 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 is the abnormality that nobody expects that's supposed to be where it is. But these people are it's speaking fee. As long as you're able to pay speaking fee, you're able to pay this thing to bring them in, they're going to come anywhere it is that you want them to come in. And the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson continued by saying, when I decided to come to Owerri, I read some things and there were people saying there may be some security problems in Nigeria. Have you heard that? He asked the audience, as quoted by this Punch. And I said, well, I'm going to go anyway. And he did come. Turning to the gathering, he added, let me ask you, do you feel safe here today in this conference? Yes, we all feel safe, and I feel perfectly safe. Thank you, Governor, for what you're doing. I mean, this is very disingenuous of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson for him to come here and say these things amid the insecurity that is in the country, amid the fact that over 200 or almost 300 little children in primary and nursery school are with terrorists where they have been abducted, and they have quite a number of people out there. Do the children actually feel safe? If this was to happen in Britain, in the United Kingdom, will he say this nonsense that he just came to say, in Nigeria? Would he say that the whole country would have been out, ensuring that the girls are brought back? I mean, in the first place, it will not be allowed to happen because every life is being protected by the UK government. But then for them to come in here with the things that are happening, if there was even no abduction, and he said this, I said, okay, but there's an abduction right now where children are currently in captivity, and you're coming out to say this. It is a very highly insensitive, statement to make, and you wonder why it seems as if it's the UK officials or ex-officials that are always making this kind of statement. I remember when the 2023 happened, and the UK High Commissioner was coming out to say things like, "Oh no, the election was this." It was sort of like supporting the election. I had to do a video taking like, what do you mean by that? Would we be okay if people are killed in UK while they are doing election, or is it that the lives of Nigeria don't matter, and no matter how we are being treated, it's okay, nothing is going to be done about that? Johnson's remarks, according to Sahara reporters, come as Nigeria struggles with renewed waves of abductions, banditry, and communal attacks. Last month, gunmen kidnapped more than 300 students and teachers in Niger State, while other mass abductions were recorded across the north. And amongst those over 300 that were kidnapped, you still have about, is it 270 something or 260 something that are still in captivity that have not yet been brought back. And here we have Boris Johnson, coming out to say the things that he's saying. The situation has drawn international criticism, including a recent warning from US President Donald Trump accusing the Nigerian government of failing to protect vulnerable groups, particularly Christian communities. The former British leader praised Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma for his ambition to deliver 24-hour electricity to the state, describing it both as visionary and achievable with the support of emerging technologies. 24/7 electricity is something that UK achieved how many 100 years ago. That you are now coming to come and tell us that somebody said it's not that he had done it, though, that he's going to do it. It's what you are coming to come and praise. You know that thing that they say, may our bills not be more than our integrity? Wallah, it's a serious prayer that everybody needs to be praying. Your focus on electricity is completely right, Johnson said. What is the future? The future is AI for clean, sustainable electricity, and because of AI, it is going to be colossal. He added, I congratulate you for what you're doing to secure clean and sustainable power for Imo State and for the whole of Nigeria. Johnson used his speech to highlight historic and cultural ties between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, applauding what he described as a mutually beneficial exchange of talent and economic assets. In the meantime, those people, they came to Nigeria the way that they wanted. There are people that are now going there, that are migrating there, are facing all sorts of things. Every day UK is changing the rules. But nobody asked my ancestors about the rules. They didn't even wait for visa. They just brought themselves in over here. I'm very proud of what we export to Nigeria: pharmaceuticals, bankers, services of all kinds, he said, and you send us as much of it to oil and gas, Nollywood movies, brilliant doctors, nurses, technicians, and tech geniuses from Nigeria. We are very, very grateful. In a lighter moment, he quipped, we send you former United Kingdom prime ministers and you send us future United Kingdom prime minister in the form of Kemi Badnoch. The summit drew an impressive lineup of global and national dignitaries, including Vice President Kashim Shettima, that's the illegitimate Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented the illegitimate President Bola Tinubu, former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, businessman Aliko Dangote, Finance Minister Wale Odun, and several state governors. Governor Uzodinma, who hosted the event, said Johnson's visit underscored growing international confidence in the state's economic direction. As if they did not be carried, they carry and come over there, as if he just walked in and decided to visit. But anyway, Johnson's message of confidence stands in sharp contrast to the country's ongoing challenges. Nigeria has been grappling with a fresh surge in violence, from mass kidnapping and rural attacks to tensions around religious persecution. Still, the former UK leader insisted his experience in Imo State proved that perception of Nigeria were not always aligned with reality, he said. There's no need of continuing this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.